Gill conducts poetry workshops in schools across California and has facilitated poetry workshops within San Diego County's Juvenile Detention Center, which is awesome. He finds the creativity and honesty expressed by these students to be a reminder of the importance of speaking one's own truth. Gill Sotu is a paradigm shifter whose audience feels that he's speaking to them individually, making a performance to hundreds seem more like an intimate dialogue between close friends.
And we hope Gill will be coming back every year.
Thank you, Gill.
They make me sound so great. Oh my God. I was like, I want to see that guy. I'm so excited to be here. Can you guys make a round of applause for yourselves? We're here for words and words and words and words. So dope, so dope. So since that bio has been created, I had gone in the prison system before, but now I'm like very steeped in it. I go every week to Centinela State Prison. Hey, how you doing? I go to Centinela State Prison every week, and I teach writing and Shakespeare to those guys there. And one of the things that really excited me about being able to introduce Piper is her work in the prison system, and what I discovered, like just listening to her. I've been watching interviews with Piper, but what I've discovered listening to her and what I've discovered in the prisons is like there's real community there. There are real lives that a lot of people like to just kind of forget about, but there are things going on in the prison system that is shocking and some that are just heartbreaking. And also, the other side, there's some beautiful things going on. The arts in the prison system, it's amazing. And the workers who, clap if you've ever worked in the prison system. As far as arts, too? All right. So you guys are my people. I'm so glad you're here. So I'm going to be speaking about community and finding joy in that. And also finding joy within yourself, because I think those two things go hand in hand. When you start serving people, it goes hand in hand in finding community wherever you're at. So I'll do 2-3 poems, and then it'll be my pleasure to introduce Piper. Thank you, sir. I'm going to pay you later. I promise you. I believe in joy. I believe in joy like my mother believes that prayer is the strongest armor a person could put on. Like my son believes that I am literally the strongest human being on this planet. I don't correct him. Like my wife strongly believes there are always chores that can be done, even on a Sunday. I believe joy is inherent but easy to unlearn. I believe joy is inherent but unrecognizable in an Instagram lineup. I believe joy is inherently a part of us but gets diluted when we make choices that keep us isolated, apart from us. I believe joy is analog and not digital. I believe it is all natural and not manufactured. And this is more of an opinion than a fact, but based off of what I've seen in the news lately, I kind of believe that joy doesn't visit Florida very much. I believe joy cannot be smoked, snorted, injected, ingested, or mounted. I believe that joy is mastering perspective, and it is the belief that everything, I'm talking everything, is for your benefit, especially the pain. I believe that joy is a horizon, and it is always beautiful and distant when you look outside of yourself for it, until the day you look down and recognize that you too are a part of that same sunset, and that there's someone out there looking at your silhouette in their horizon, both of you, saying to yourselves, I want what they have. There is my joy. I believe collectively we all have this Gotham complex and are waiting for someone to come and save us, but that is not the place where joy lives. Ask my 3-year-old son. He will tell you, I know Batman personally, and Batman told me that joy is in the rescuing. Do not be ashamed of that. The receiving of the gift is always amazing. You guys can give me gifts anytime you want, but the real joy is in the giving of the gift. I mean, that is how we are built. That is why we call children God's gift. The ability to serve serves your spirit more than you can ever imagine. I mean, let's face it. Children are the most whiniest, clingiest, most destructive things on this planet. I have a 1-year-old and a 3-year-old, I know. And that's when they're still cute before puberty. But we love them because all we could do is give in to them, pour onto them. Ironically, by placing the focus away from you, joy is placed within. I don't know how that works exactly. It may be magic, but I believe in magic. I believe in joy. I believe that I was meant to write this poem because I so desperately needed to hear it. Because I keep looking for joy in all the places I know it will not be. Curse you, Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles. I believe I was meant to be here today in this library and that all of you are a part of my journey, so here we are. Silhouettes in our own pink and purple horizon. And maybe for some of you, your sky is bright yellowish blue, and for others, you're right in the middle of your life's afternoon. And far in the distance are the people and the successes that you covet so desperately. And in between that, where you are right now, and the people and the successes that you covet, in between that is the reason why you were put on this earth. In between that are the people that you were meant to serve. Before you walk into your sunset, do not forget to look in the dust, in the corners where the light cannot quite reach. Believe it or not, that is where your joy lives. Right here in the communities that find you or the communities that you find. Isn't it so amazing that joy has never been out there? It's always been closer than you can ever imagine, just waiting for you. You know, we are our own beautiful, and we're our own obstacle, right? We're like the bastard children of Marilyn Monroe and Miles Davis. Someone forgot to tell our parents there is no need to go outside for amazing. We are our own incredible. We've been taught the word vision incorrectly. See, Brookstone does not make the gadget that allows us to see the light behind our eyelids. Every time we open them, it's this world that leaves us blinded. A homeless man right here downtown San Diego showed me his broken smile and his signage. I'm embarrassed. It takes cardboard and liquored breath to remind me of my kindness. I often walk when flying is always an option. In the store, insecurity seems like it's always on sale, so often I ignore the cans of courage. Check your mail. You will always get the life your thoughts subscribe to. If at this moment you're feeling lost, I know the feeling, library. Join me or I will find you. We will be both truth and contradiction. We'll dub ourselves the Lonely Army. War is always internal. Death is a make-believe word written inside the devil's journal, but there's only one way of getting a halo, and it ain't by playing Halo. Believe me, I tried. Even when he was alive, it has never been cool to say the name Jesus Christ or talk publicly about your spiritual life, but we all know what happens to the cool kids after high school when they have to finally face some life. Start the stopwatch app on your phone. I want to see how fast I can run away from my problems. But remind me not to use my usual track because I keep coming back around to them. Maybe my plan isn't working. We are nothing what we promised ourselves we'd be. Who's been messing with my mirror? I want my reflection bright like the summer. I want you to respect the words, not the image. Forget the gimmicks. Do I move you? I have no magic tricks except that I am breathing. If you want special effects beyond that, you may be looking for Poetry Disney. I am simply complicated. I am hope exaggerated. I am God's love animated. I am humble. I'm an asshole leader of my own world. Welcome to my story, y'all. I'm glad you made it. Who am I in your story? Better yet, are you living an adventure or is your drama boring? Understand you cannot both fight for the people and for your own glory. Most of you serve 8 different masters and none of them like you. They'll show a commercial for Jenny Craig right after the one from Carl's Jr. just to spite you. I'm yelling because I have so much inside of me. Why aren't you saying anything? Seriously, why aren't you saying anything? Your silence is scaring me. Your silence is making me afraid. Are you waiting for the future to change? Honey, the future is always one day away, and today we have so much good work to do. Promise me you'll try to be beautiful this afternoon. Resist the urge to be ordinary, to dream ordinary. There is nothing on TV more valuable than just living. Fix what needs healing, even if you start with yourself. Let me rewind that. Fix what needs healing, especially if you have to start with yourself. A lot of people are calling in to vote for their favorite American Idol. I'm calling on you. I'm calling on you, brother. I'm calling on you, sister, because a lot of good people need good help. Listen, I was watching this YouTube video the other day, and it was called, you guys can look it up, it's called How to Disappear in America. And it was like this documentary about people who unsuccessfully tried to fake their own death. And I realized that the same title can easily be applied to people who exist in their communities, just sitting through life, afraid to get up and live. Keep living, keep fighting, keep working in these communities. I love you. Thank you. One more? I still got one more piece, but thank you. I appreciate it. So this last piece is going to be really short. I like to end in this. Ironically, I wrote this after working with the kids in the juvenile hall system, detention system, and it was just amazing that I realized that I was just like them, except one day in my situation I went right and sometimes they went left. So this is called Flawed American Male. And I'm saying flawed American male because I'm referring to myself, but however you identify, then you can replace it. This is an interactive piece. So if you've ever felt the way that I felt when I speak this poem, then just raise your hand real quick. The beautiful thing about poetry, the beautiful thing about art and words, when someone's up here and you see that other people have gone through the same thing, we don't feel so quite alone. I think the basis of depression is when you feel like you're going through things by yourself, okay? So you'll get the hang of it, and then you'll get the hang of it. There are 1,000 trees I should have climbed and men I should have been. 1,000,000 moments I should have paid attention to and compromises I shouldn't have given. I got skies full of promises I should have kept and seas full of mermaids I should have kissed. I have a heart full of mistakes I have made and a calendar full of times I felt utterly helpless. I am a flawed American male. I have no other way to say this. I have castles full of dreams I should have pursued and kingdoms full of excuses why I never did what was planned. I know a circus full of artists that should be on the radio right now and a car full of clowns that are on instead. I'm a mountain gazer wanting to be a mountain climber, looking for that escalator, anything to make this climb in life seem effortless. I'm scared of who I can be. I'm scared of what happens when the light hits me. I'm a shadow racist and image chaser. I'm a freeway race car driver with really nowhere that important to go. I'm a flawed American male. I have no other way to say this. I was raised by wolves. You didn't know this, but I was raised by wolves. So at night, I howl at the moon. I pee wherever I want to. Watch out, sister. Or I turn my music up really loud. Anything to put me in tune with the stars. Yes, stars. Ladies and gentlemen, I was raised by stars. In other words, I was adopted by the light. In other words, my family reunion happens in the sky. See, I'm no angel, but I have a pair of strap-on wings that I got from Target that I can place on this rusty heart whenever I need to feel fly. Yes, fly. Ladies and gentlemen, I was raised by flies. That's why the last girl I dated said I bugged her. I got 10 million eyes and an attraction to bullshit. Maybe that's why I hang around with poets and writers and musicians. We are liars and lovers. We are shaman and saints. We are sadistic and we are sarcastic. We just are. And we write these poems and songs to figure out why that is. But no matter what we are, no matter what you think you are, know that you are right now. Whatever mistakes you have made, that is the past. Don't let your past be an excuse for future failures. Our lives, our music, the purpose of a concert is not to dwell upon how it will end, but to enjoy every single note of it, from the arpeggios to the crescendos, whether you're a hip-hop and Caucasian or a country and Western Negro or any combination thereof, whatever sickness surrounds you. This may sound a little corny to you guys here, but understand, no matter where you are, no matter what situation you're in, the center of you is love. Don't let hard times harden that. There are 1,000 trees I should have climbed and men I should have been. 1,000,000 moments I should have paid attention to and compromises I shouldn't have given. I got skies full of promises I should have kept and seas full of mermaids I should have kissed. I have a heart full of mistakes I have made and a calendar full of times I felt utterly helpless. I'm a flawed American male, but yo, I wouldn't have it any other way. I'm gonna take a picture so my mom knows that people like me.